Convert as directed. Negative 5, 5 to polar. In order to convert to polar, we need two things. We need an R and a what? No, we need an R and a theta. So if only we had a formula for R that relates an X and a Y and an R. R is equal to the square root of X squared plus Y squared. So since we're converting to polar, then that means the ordered pair negative 5, 5 is in format X comma Y. So what's our X? And what's our Y? What is negative 5 squared plus 5 squared underneath the square root? How does square root of 50 clean up? 5 square roots of 2. Fantastic, we've got our R. Now, we just need our theta here at Cuyahoga Community College, where futures begin. If only we had formulas that related R's, thetas, and X's and Y's. Oh, hey, we do. Namely these guys. The cosine of theta is X over R, negative 5 over 5 radical 2. What's negative 5 over 5 radical 2 simplified? Negative square root 2 over 2. The sine of theta is just the positive version. Positive 5 over 5 radical 2 would be radical 2 over 2. Now what the book's going to do is they combine this and just use tangent. You can totally do this whole thing in terms of tangent, except one, tangent's a little harder because it's not directly on the unit circle. And two, you'd have to keep in mind your all students take calculus, because there's two quadrants where tangent is positive and two where it's negative. So you have to keep in mind where exactly you're at. So I'd rather we just do cosine and sine, because that's exactly what we did in the previous section. So instead of having memorized two ways, we get away with one. So for what angle theta is the cosine negative radical 2 over 2, and the sine positive radical 2 over 2? 135. So in terms of an ordered pair, R comma theta, what's our R? What's our theta? Good. So the rectangular point, negative 5 comma positive 5, is the same as 5 radical 2 comma 135 degrees. Now that is the most obvious answer, however, as we discussed, or implied actually. If you go around a full rotation, you get another point for polar. No, we're only going to list one. But yeah, I mean, technically yes. But the thing is, though, as we also discussed, if we went around only 180 and then negated the radii, it's another ordered pair. So if we did negative 5 radical 2 comma 315, technically an answer, because then you're going backwards. We'll just leave that alone. Okay, bye. We're going the other way. Negative 2 comma pi over 3 now to rectangular. By saying negative 2 comma pi over 3, what does that say negative 2 is? And what does that say pi over 3 is? So now we need an x and a y. If only we had formulas that related x to r and theta. Use your voice. What? There you go. So x is equal to r cosine theta, so negative 2 cosine of pi over 3. What is the cosine of pi over 3? times up times negative 2 is negative 1. Oh, I have to get back to your unit circle test. They're still drying from my tears. My sad, sad tears. Y is r sine theta. R is negative 2. Sine of pi over 3. What's the sine of pi over 3? Square root of 3 over 2 multiplied by negative 2 is negative square root of 3. So converting negative 2 comma pi over 3 to rectangular, you're going to write your answer as x comma y, because that's how we write our rectangular points. Our x we found to be negative 1. Our y to be negative radical 3. Okay, so comments. The first one's a little bit better to see. So if you plotted negative 5, 5, so left 5, up 5 on your rectangular system, and you plotted, and you turn your angle 135 direction and 1 out 5 radical 2 units, you would land at the exact same point. Same with the other guy. Just that the radicals make it a little bit tougher. All right. The whole purpose of